I want to answer the teenager's questions. I wrote it because I wanted to show him and anyone else who cares to listen what it looks like when a person decides something is important, then decides to do something about it, and keep on doing something. I wrote it because activism, especially activism around police, and especially activism around the rift between police and Black people, is slow, painful, mostly thankless work, and it's difficult to get folks to want to sign up. And the only way I've ever succeeded in doing so is by telling stories about the work I do, stories about the things I've learned and gained from it, stories like the one you're about to read. I wasn't born an activist, not even close. I was a loudmouth kid, then a loudmouth adult, and never wanted to get too involved in much besides my own life until one day a switch just flipped. From then on, what I tried to do was listen. I listened to the activists before me, the community around me. In time, I even learned to listen to some police, and they to me. We grew together, all of us who stuck with it. Though way too few of us did. Nowadays, when I run into community members or a cop, and I tell them what I'm up to, they'll say, "You're still doing this?" And I'll say, "If I don't, who will?" It's not a rhetorical question. As I write this, we're in the midst of a mass uprising against police brutality and in support of Black lives. Thousands are out on the street. Young Black leaders are getting long overdue attention. White folks are suddenly talking about race, police, and power. On the one hand, I'm energized by all of this, but I'm wary too, because I've seen this before. I mean, maybe not this exactly, but I've seen so many mushroom clouds of popular energy bloom over the land, and I've seen every one of them dissipate slowly until the skies are blue and clear, and you never know something had exploded. I don't know how the world will look when you finish this book. What I do know is someday, if not now, then soon, the streets will go quiet, and the headlines will change, and most people will step away from the work and back into their day-to-day. And I really hope that you, reader, will not do that. I hope you won't step away. If we want lasting change for Black folks, we need legions of us doing the work, day after day after day, even especially when that work isn't making headlines. I won't lie either. Sticking with the work isn't easy. It is life and death crucial, but it is not easy. It can often feel overwhelming and lonely. Can feel like walking through a dark tunnel with no light in sight. I'll tell you this, though. You can make your own light, and you'll need to. I've made my own light, mostly by finding all sorts of things to be passionate about. I've made light by taking pictures, a few dozen of which you'll find scattered throughout this book. I've made it by building relationships with young people and helping them and hoping through them. I've made it by turning my life into a story I enjoy telling, and telling it and telling it and telling it and telling. No matter who you are, I ask you this. Please hear my story. Please try to suspend your judgment and let go of whatever you think you know and come in ready to listen and grow. Please read this book and take all you can from it. Please use it to make your own how-to. And please know that I told this truthfully as best I could. I've got a good memory, but I'm 81, and I'm told that's pretty old. So I bet I've forgotten things and misremembered them. I've compressed time in a few places, and I've renamed some characters and omitted others entirely for the sake of brevity and clarity. But I have